Well, folks, I'm back with Don Water Sports to give you your NBA playoff preview as well as some sports news that's going on. First off, Western Conference Finals. What a game! Didn't I tell you Game Two would be critical for the OKC Thunder? Well, it was, and here's why. Because now the series goes back to OKC's favor. Now I know it's different because the Dallas Mavericks won against LA, so they are not really scared to go into their house. But they swept LA. They're not going to sweep OKC. So that's a fact right now. So OKC, you already got a leg up on the Lakers. You already beat them once. Now, I want to tell you about benches. I told you about bench play would be key for either team to win. This time it was the OKC bench. James Harden, Eric Maynard. I thought it would have to be more Eric Maynard and those guys like Nick Collison more than James Harden. James Harden could be a starter on anybody's team. Let's be honest. Um, OKC's lucky to have him come off the bench because all he's focuses is scoring. That's it, scoring, 100% scoring. What you want though, is the guys like Eric Maynard, who was 5'9" with 13 points to score. That's where you get your wins. Now OKC made their run. Dallas made their run as well, but OKC at the end was just there was just a little too much for them to come through. And Dirk Nowitzki missed a free throw. If he makes his free throw, maybe the game's different. Again, I told you free throws are critical. Now you're not going to make every one. I understand that, but you need to make them down the stretch. He unfortunately missed one. Came back to bite him down the stretch. They lost by 6 points, 106 to OKC to 100. And Durant only had 24 points. That is something big. If Durant can only have 24 points in a game and the OKC Thunder win, that's big. Let's talk about Russell Westbrook for a minute. Russell Westbrook got benched late in the game, and there was some controversy about what happened. He got a little fired up. He should get fired up. The boy wasn't playing well. He was getting jocked. He was getting turnovers. That's what happens. Scotty Brooks made the adjustment. He said, okay, if you're not going to play well, I'm not going to keep you in the game. And if you're going to do these things and not facilitate, like I was saying, don't do it. I mean, he was making shots when he was open. That was great. But then when he got contested, he got a couple steals and a couple turnovers. It was it was not good. It's not good. So Scotty Brooks proceeded to do what a good coach does, and that is bench him. Now, maybe this will light a spark under him. Maybe this won't. I have no idea how it's going to affect his play. He is young, so we'll have to find out in a couple of days how it's going to affect his play. Other than that, great game all around. It's going to be one of those. These next two series look like they could be drag out series. It's going to be a long, drawn out process for both sides. I mean, one of my friends, I'm gonna give a shout out to him. He's claiming that OKC and the Bulls are gonna go. Games are tied. I guess now it's a 5 game series. It's gonna stretch out this weekend. So this weekend, if you're not doing anything, watch the games. It's gonna be a lot of fun for the games this weekend, as well as the fact we get to see who's gonna take advantage in the series. Game three is always critical game three. And there's a percentage out there that 75% of the time you win game three, you win the series. Now let's break some things down. Okay, um, a turnover. For those who don't know, and just trying to explain some things for our fans out there who may not be astute to any of these games. Turnover in basketball is plain and simple. A foul could be anything. You know, and I just wanted to touch on that for you newcomers that to watch the game, in order to really understand what's going on, you need somebody to sometimes explain to you what's going on, and the different rules. So if you are one of those fans, stick tuned to this blog because what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to get into a lot of details with games and show you what goes down in these games and what shouldn't be called. As far as the playoffs are concerned, great games, folks. Keep tuning in. As far as the NFL goes, there's a lot of talk going on. Now, I don't know if it's posturing, if it's not, if it's propaganda to make it look like the NFL and the owners hate each other, because They said that the progress is being made. Now, if is being made, if progress is being made, why in the world are they, how should I say this, going out of their way to really fight with people? It's not really that big a deal. We don't really need to fight with people. I mean, we don't care. Just get the game back. Get the game back. Plain and simple, owners. You're not fooling nobody. Like I said, it's millionaires versus billionaires. You're not fooling anybody. Nobody cares. All we want is Sunday football. You can put out scrubs out there. Hell, you can put me out there. I'll play for the team. I don't care. I just want to see football. You know what I mean? And it's not even the players' fault. I mean, it is the players' fault to a degree, but it's the owners. But as you can see around the league, they don't necessarily need the facilities to practice. But what they are doing, I think is what I think I'm bringing it down. What I think is pretty interesting about this labor dispute is that the players are still practicing. It's kind of shoving it in the owner's face, saying, "Listen, you won't let us practice. We'll find ways to do it." And the owners are still going on with our football operations. Now, to me, here's how things work. If you're a business and you expect to pay your employees, you're going to have to expect to run your business fully. So to me, I think they're going to be full go. I think it really depends on the mediation session and the appeals court. I think every side is just being arrogant and they have ego driven. So it really is not that fun for us fans because we can't really see it. But I think something's going to happen come June. Jerry Jones has spoken out, said that he made a $1.2 billion stadium, and he doesn't want, it not to be used. And I agree with him. That's right. That's right. I said it. I agree with Jerry Jones. Shoot me. I agree with him on this point. That you spend $1.2 billion, you better get that investment. And he knows that a business doesn't make money if you don't put people in the seats. If you don't put people in the seats, no one's gonna make money. It's business 101. Go to any business class, they'll tell you. That's what you do. It's not about you know how many. It's not. It's just about making money. Period. Plain and simple. You don't make money if you're locked out and you don't have a season. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how long the owners can last. I don't care how long the players can last. Plain and simple, bottom line, business 101. All these guys are businessmen, players as well. They don't make money if the business doesn't go. Your employees don't make money if the business don't run. If an Applebee's shut down right now, all those waiters and waitresses that worked at that Applebee's are displaced. They have to either find a new job or have no job. You know what I'm saying? It just that's what happens. Either A, the players will find work elsewhere, which means you'll lose players, or B, you'll open up and play. And both sides want to play. They're just one side's being stubborn. You know what I mean. You ever have that fight with somebody who just won't let it go? Eventually, they'll cave. One side caves. Either someone will compromise, but then we might be back at this labor dispute. Do I like Lamar Smith for the NFLPA? No, I don't. But plain and simple, bottom line, get the deal done. There's too much at stake for you to be posturing about, you know, money here and money there. And I really do appreciate the players going out of their way to do this. I mean, there's a lot of things that could go wrong in these OTAs. You're probably going to see a lot more crisper football in the beginning of the year than you normally would because there isn't that much pounding going on as it normally would be. Football normally back in the day they didn't have all these OTAs and all these practices. What they had training camp, and that's how you got in shape until you made the team. What I think is going to happen is going to be an old school type of football. Basically, everybody's going to be on the same playing field. OTAs, all the rookies are going to come in, boom, and they're going to just go from training camp. Training camp, you're going to have your 3 or 4 weeks. You're going to have your couple preseason games, and bang, the season starts. And you're going to see a lot of sloppy play at first, but you're going to see a lot of fresher teams down the stretch because of the wear and tear on their bodies. But it should be fun. Stay tuned to my blog. It's going to be a lot of fun this off season. We're going to get into a lot of things this weekend. Enjoy. I'm out.